But
That's
first of
true.
all, before going ahead with the interview and the chat, let me best wish you both good wishes. I think the event is tomorrow. Idol Superstars, we
Yes.
can always have a fascinating conversation around it, but blessings from God is very important. So I hope everything goes nice as well in that regard.
Yes.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank
We
you.
believe in it. Believe in it.
always,
Yeah.
always, always.
Thank you so much.
Always divine power it is. Divine power it is.
Yes.
When I
Very
when I
wonderful.
talk about live in concerts, when I talk about events which are about music, there's a different feeling altogether. There are different kind of events. Comedy shows hote hai. There are live, stand-up comedy shows. There are acting dramas as well. But there's something about music which perhaps जो शायद सुनने में जो आता है वो लाइव इवेंट में उसका अलग ही फील आता है. Like when you watch a drama on TV, the experience is pretty much the same when you watch it live. But when you hear music and when you're watching it live or you're hearing it live, the experience is a lot more surreal. I personally believe. Do you both believe the same as well?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. And
It's so true. Yeah.
yeah, go
Complete,
ahead,
Ron.
Kumar. No, no, you
No,
go
no,
ahead.
it's okay. So it's so true. Basically, we just had, as one of the things that we're trying to promote is at Nesco, we have large IT park, and we decided to impromptu, without telling the whole, we have a huge food court where a lot of these corporates employees have their lunch. And as an
Yeah.
impromptu idea, we just said that to get Mohammed Faiz and just do a little impromptu gig. He just showed, and we had about close to maybe 700 people at the food court, maybe 600, 500 people. And there was a vibe. They all were pretty surprised, and he came and he sang like two songs, like literally just lines of it, not without music. But the kind of response he got, the excitement people could see, and he just came and said that I'm going to be here tomorrow, and why don't you come more and all that. So it was pretty cool. And as you rightly said, when you see that in person, blood and flesh, not on television but live, it's a very different feeling altogether. Very different feeling.
Absolutely. Goosebumps
Yeah.
it is. Ron, sir, what's your opinion on that?
So I think Indian Idol or Idol has a legacy. They have a legacy of songs which was born out of a reality show, and with this reality show has culminated to many many million fans. Now this million fans has been watching over and over so many years on television. Uh, it always gives them the extra energy or the edge to watch them live in person because while
Totally.
these guys are performing uh, non-stop on television, they would love to see these guys in person. So the fans, the whole bunch of audiences would love to see all these guys see in a beautiful place like a Nesco at Hall 4, and also witness them. So we felt as company at Red Fox that there is a good opportunity for this reality stars now to come on ground and become the touch points. So this is the first step which we have initiated along with Nesco to go hand in hand and reach out to those touch points. The music is where our heart beats, and we as Indians love music than like nobody else in this world. So every music,
Yes.
every aspect of it actually is a level where people spend most of the times on their headphones or while they're driving their car, they listen to the radio or anything put together. So wherever music
Correct.
is, these are the young kids on the block who'll become future big stars. So we thought, let's start with this. Let's see how we can station this out and move to other cities and look at a larger landscape as we speak.
Wonderful. And as you rightly said, that these are the people with whom the people who are genuinely into music they can connect, which is why they
Yes,
feel that we should be there and we should experience that lovely gig right in person. Now, sir, when I talk about the experience, of course, the musical experience is given by the artists over there, of course, but the aesthetics and the entire setup that's associated along with it, that is dependent on you guys and how you guys come in together and bring forward that larger than life experience for the audience. The musicians are there doing their job in terms of creating that kind of musical vibe, but the rest of the part, the entire setup, the entire organizing part, it goes entirely to you both. So tell us a bit about the organizing part and the nice parts about this event right now, the challenges that you both had in terms of dealing with maybe other competition events around because there are so many happening. So you need to always be kind of on your toes and do that extra bit so that वो niche establish हो जाए, right? So what have
right.
you both done in terms of doing that thing, sir? I would love to know individual opinions on both. We can start with Kumar sir on that note for this one.
Yep.
So, uh, first and first, I've been in the business line close to 15 years, and I firmly
Yes.
believe the true heroes are the ones that you don't get to see on the stage. And
Yeah, oh,
these are the
yes.
guys who are working for last 3 days, rigging your trusses, doing your sound checks, and doing your lights, and the guys are putting the box office together. Guys are making sure the sponsors and the sales and everything is going on. So I really have a huge respect out of the trade for them for what they do, and I don't think any one of us will be here today if they weren't doing their job right. So big respect and big love to all those people who are behind the show, of course. So there's some really great technicians, great people who are working on the show. I'm glad we have this kind of a sort of a team together, and they're going to deliver a great product. I have no doubt about it. Of course, you know about the artist and Sony's talent, so we don't have to talk about it. Red Fox has been working very closely with them. And when they came with the show to us, we were very excited because Nesco, as you see, is this I call this city landmark because we've been there for 83 years. And apart from being this massive space to host largest events, we also believe in doing small, intimate things and giving a platform to the future talent. So when Red Fox came up with an idea and we edited on it and we spoke about, we said this is something that we must look at it, and we really didn't look at any so to say competition, because I think what we are trying to do is that while there's a lot of shows happening in a very proscenium based theaters across the city
Yeah.
and which must happen, which is good for the ecosystem. But what
Mm.
we're trying to do is we're trying to create like a concert series that we're saying that is a larger than life.
Mm.
You see in a hall with large ceilings and big stages, which is not restricted to a small one. So the experience that I'm trying to say is it could be as close to getting and seeing it in an outdoor. And I think that's what Nesco really sets apart when it comes to any event. And whether it's a Dandia or it's recently hosted events, some of the largest that we did, whether it was an international concert, whether it was King's opening premiere performance was at our venue, whether it was MC Stan's debut was at our same hall that these kids are going to perform. So yeah, we are excited about it. We believe that giving them a platform which is unmatched and unparalleled, and I'm sure they're going to rock today. Basically, Ron,
Yeah.
next to you.
Yeah,
Basically, the
I
ground
think
has been very lucky for a lot of people, in terms of,
yeah.
them
Fingers
establishing. Yeah,
crossed.
let's
Yeah.
look at it that way. Yeah, Ron, so your opinion on it.
Yeah, I think Kumar has covered most of the points, but just to add in, how different are we through competition, or how different are we through niches? Basically, yeah, I think the biggest takeaway, I think Kumar has covered most of the points, but the biggest takeaway now we have realized is that we've been watching the stars on television, and now that television stars are now coming to your city and doing a reality show next door. That's the time that fan appeal moves from television to watching your favorite star going live. So I
Yes.
think that is the biggest takeaway which we want to now bring across. And this is the first step to see reality stars performing in a city like Bombay. And we are hoping that people buy more tickets and be part of this celebration, what they have been diehard for many weeks when they were watching all these reality shows.
Yeah. When I see the frame over here in front of me, I see not just two names, but also two individuals who have been there in this media and entertainment, music, live shows for the longest time. Kumar sir spoke about his experience of more than 15 years. You too, sir, have been experienced for the longest of time. So when
Yeah.
you're experienced, of course, you know what you're going to do and what you're going to bring to the table. But at the same time, kahin na kahin jaake, does it also at times add a little bit to the maybe complacency part, because at the end of the day, you know how the game works, you've been there for the longest of time. Does it add or kind of subconsciously create a state in your mind where you don't really have to do much, you don't really have to innovate or change much, because you know how it works and you've been successful that way, if I can put it that way.
Ron, you want to answer that first?
Yeah. So what really happens is,
Yeah.
as we speak today, as we speak right now, the audience are all evolving. To
Yes.
a larger extent, they want to experiment, they want to experience, they want to witness things which are different, and something which is now getting more personal. So
Yes.
we realize audiences are changing, and we realize that they want better experiences. So the best way is basically to now reach out to different medium. So if television is medium, so can we now move towards ground while the digital is doing great progress? And how ground can connect with digital and then move back towards television. So the whole idea is that the ecosystem of music is on the similar genre where we have various opportunities to listen, to watch, to hear, to perform. So we want to be part of that entire ecosystem. So as we speak, audience also like to listen. It's no longer that a Bollywood music song becomes a reference to be a top 10 songs. Now, if you just go back to your list of music, which is top 10, most of the songs are non-Bollywood songs. I
Yes,
mean, you will see
very true,
50% or
Yeah.
60% of them. So yeah, so audience has evolved. Audience is looking for different music, different taste, and also want to be part of it. They want to see their singers, closer as we speak. So that's where I see that evolution happening. Kumar?
yeah.
Uh, he spoke about complacency. I will say, on the contrary, there are butterflies in the stomach. Every time you do something new. We have to sound very confident to the stakeholders, but the reality is that there is a lot of butterflies in the stomach. Is the concept right? Is the artist right? Are we? Is the right time to do the show? So, I mean, it's show business at the end of the day. We try to put in best of our efforts. We work very hard, and I said just not me, but a lot of people which are working on the show right now. We're sitting in an AC office and talking about it, but who are out in the sun and doing the thing. But we put an honest effort, and you just leave it up to the end to the audience to decide whether we did the right thing or not.
Yeah.
There are other peripheral things, as the food, the beverage, the parkings. I think from a venue point of view, because we also run the largest privately owned venue in the country
Oh, yes.
for events and exhibitions with
Mm.
and for last 35 years. So for us, that those are also very crucial things. It's just not the show. For us, the butterflies in the stomach is whether are we managing traffic well? Have we got the parking sorted? Has everything, all of those things been checklists or not? So I think I wouldn't say complacent. I would actually say we are all the more alert, especially when you're doing these young kids who just come out of their, just got on the stage and been so famous and all that. I think it's also we owe it to them the responsibility of getting them the right platform and right stage to showcase their talent, because they're very talented. We heard the whole rehearsal last night and it was mind blowing till 1 a.m. And we didn't want them to stop. It was just like five of us and the band. So we are excited and we want to do the justice to their talent when it comes on the live show tomorrow. And hopefully you should be able to do that.
When I hear Kumar sir speaking about Nesco events and it being the most go-to place when it comes to events, even even me or my friends, whenever we hear ki, there's this Dandiya nights over there, or there's this celebration over there at Nesco, immediately there's a leap of faith that comes in it as well. Ki okay, chalo Nesco mein ho raha hai, iska matlab ye hai ki the event is gonna be really good and lit. If I talk about today's term, so this reputation of Nesco as an event space has developed over the years, and it's continuously growing and growing. So with associations like this, Ron sir, how do you plan to take this forward? Because right now you're pushing the talent over there in music, but there are other forms of entertainment and live arts as well, right? So do you plan to kind of get into that zone as well and also take forward Nesco alongside it?
Yeah, I think I'll let Kumar answer that, then I'll actually second it.
Why do I have a feeling you already have something in plan?
No.
You're just
Honestly,
waiting
no.
for
We've
the
been
right.
so busy since morning. We actually didn't get to have a lunch. Get to see, because we've just been busy since morning. So we will work with Ron and Red Fox. Obviously, continue to do so because they are a strategic partner. But you gotta understand that my whole role at Nesco is just not about doing the coolest of the events. It's also developing the character of the place. We're a
Yes.
landmark in itself. The place has been there for many, many years, and I think we have gone through ups and downs with the city itself. So we are as good as a gateway of India landmark to anybody else. The example is when city went through its toughest times 2 years, 3 years back with COVID. We were the largest COVID center in the state of Maharashtra.
Yeah.
Our Nesco Foods kitchen was churning 8 tons of khichdi at one meal, and it was all homegrown. We had 1.5,000 people which were admitted in our hall. So I think it's just not about hosting the coolest events, but it also, as I said, standing and coming out of the character.
During
So
testing
some of the
time.
things that we do, some of the things that we also do is that Nesco Events also owns India's largest body art and tattoo convention called Kula. It is gathering of about close to 300 tattoo, body piercing, um, graffiti, body art, body paint folks
Where I
across the world.
I know where
We
I
did
need
it.
to get.
Yes, we would urge you to take a step ahead and just not
Yeah,
worry about the tattoo. Donate your body, part of your arm, because we have tattoo competitions. You can do an arm, leg, full body, depends how much can you bear and what patience. And you can win an award for it. And it will be done by one of the top-notch artists in the world on your body. We do it in every January. So it's a cross culture. We promote hip
fantastic.
hop in a big way. There's a show called To the Culture, an event which is basically subculture, hip hop, Vernac. Marathi hip hop, Tamil hip hop, English Hindi, of course. So that's something that we also promote. There's Dandiya, which is culturally rich. We've been doing one of the biggest Dandiya since we're about 150,000 happy people who came last season. We're hoping to touch maybe 180,000 this year. So obviously we are doing those things. It's just not about the music. We also do the cool things. We're looking into food festival, lifestyles festival that we're doing, because the space is so vibrant that you can host anything
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything. So yeah, it's just not the music or the dance. We're doing a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Ron,
And
Ron?
also to add in that while Nesco is moving towards different genres of events, largely on the music space and also on the non-music space. So non-music spaces that they're also investing time on education, whether in an education expo somewhere in February, which did very well for them. And it was a starter. And we're doing the similar expo now, which will happen in December. And
Yeah.
there are also a lot of other big plans on coming in. So we are trying to now just not focus on one segment of audience, but larger segment of audience, which can also reach out to kids, to mothers, to the music fans, of course, and also to niche, where we will also create something which is distinct and different. Maybe we'll start reaching out to communities. So there's conversations which are happening for the LGBT communities and some other communities which you want to reach out, so that this becomes a zone where people can actually come, live up their expectations in terms of their culture, in terms of their likes, and also become a hub for various events that
True.
includes food festival and music.
Yeah.
wonderful. This is exactly what I think. I love the vibe, just like the vibe of Mumbai. You like different things about the city.
Yeah.
Similarly, come up with
Right.
different teams, come up with different forms of art. This time it's music. I'm sure it's going to be something very interesting the next time as well. But whatever it is, those things might change. But I hope and continue to wish you both well, so that the association of Red Fox and ESCO, this doesn't change and it only goes forward with more success. I wish you guys all the best for the event tomorrow. I think it's a great day. A lot of hard work that has gone into it. So wish you
Thank
both
you.
all the best. And you
Thank
well,
you.
Dubey,
Thank
just
you.
like you.
Means a lot. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
I
much,
hope we,
Shubhu.
we get to
Thank
see
you,
you
everyone.
tomorrow.
Get to see
I
you
am
tomorrow.
looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. So I just had a
Yeah.
word with my team as well. I think I'm going to make time, and definitely I'm going to be meeting you both. Putting it as a fun line that now that you're having so many events, you also know whom to come up to as a host as well.
Good one.
Yeah,
Wish you
Sure.
wish you all the best to you as well. I mean, we've been hearing some amazing things that you're doing now.
Yeah.
thank you, sir. Also, you were saying something.
Also, yeah, I
Yeah.
just want to tell people who are hearing us or looking at watching us, tomorrow at 6 p.m. at Nesco, we have Idol Superstar, the one and only event shows where we got the best reality stars. That is the winner of Idol, Rishi Singh, Sanjuti Das, the top 10 Indian Idol, and we have Super Singer winner fairs coming in. So please book your tickets from Book My Show and get your experience